Sakars is just about to start his presentation. He's coming all the way from Niagara Falls to be with us tonight. And I've got to say, John's he's a YouTube sensation. He has tons of followers. He has quite an interesting YouTube video collection.
Hello everyone. I took a bus here. I spent my hard-earned money on bus fare to come all the way here from Niagara Falls, Ontario. And so I greatly appreciate if you could listen to my talk. Who here loves animals? Oh, very, very good. So I want to give you information that will help you to help animals. Okay, so I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for putting on this show. It's just fantastic. This is a dream come true. It's my first time speaking in Toronto, and I'm just thrilled. Okay, as far as being a YouTube sensation, it's lots of fun. I do get many interesting comments from people. I want to start with a comment on one of my recent videos. Someone said this: "You are a selfish fool. Your videos do nothing to help animals. All you care about is promoting yourself with these ridiculous videos and those stupid pictures of you with your light bulb head. Those pictures do nothing to help animals either. You look like a homicidal maniac. You are a disgrace to the AR movement." Now, I get lots of comments like that, and I just want to tell you something. I think this is very important advice I have for you on how to deal with comments like this. First of all, I think to myself, well, I don't know anything about this person. Maybe he or she is just having a bad day. Maybe he or she is feeling very frustrated about the animal holocaust. I know I get upset about that, and so she's maybe taking it out on me. Now, the way I look at it, I'm a collection of atoms. She's a collection of atoms. I've been through a certain variety of experiences. She's been through a variety of experiences. And I think to myself, if I had her genetics and life experiences, I'd be doing all the things she's been doing. If she had my genetics and life experiences, she'd be doing all the things I'm doing. I feel like every single person in prison is a victim of genetics and life experiences. I have empathy for everyone. Even the people throughout history who have done terrible things to harm others, I feel empathy for these people. I don't have any ill feelings towards any of my people who leave these nasty comments, and I just wanted to start with that, so you can use that. And just try to look at things from the other person's perspective. Okay, I think I covered that. Thank you. Okay, so I'll move right along. I'm into visual art as well, besides making videos, and so obviously there's a dog, and we had cats and dogs in our family, and I would pet them and then eat animals. And so we can go to the next slide. Yeah, I painted that. That's acrylic on canvas, and that's acrylic on canvas as well, little kitty cat. I've gotten lots of commissions from people to paint animals. Okay, next slide. It wasn't until I was 27 years old, and I spoke to a coworker, and she said, "Hey, John, did you know that eating meat is not good for you?" And I said, What are you talking about? So I went to the library to research this, and I saw a book called Old McDonald's Factory Farm, and I was shocked to read all about the cruelty. And that's when I went vegetarian for a couple of months, and then I realized I was still harming animals by consuming eggs and dairy, so I went vegan. I was vegan for several years before I finally went to a farm sanctuary and got to meet cows, pigs, chickens, and turkeys. And there's a painting I did. That gentleman is Dylan Powell, and that's the rescued veal calf, Larry the veal calf, who grew up to that majestic creature. And when I finally met all these animals, these farmed animals, cows, pigs, chickens, and turkeys, then I realized, why? Have you ever thought about, of all the animals in the world, why do people eat mainly these cows, pigs, chickens, and turkeys? When I met them, then I realized why. It's because they're easy to bully. And that's what animal agribusiness is. It's bullying. For instance, a bully at a schoolyard will pick on the people who are, easy to bully. And so that's why they're exploiting these animals, is because they're easy to bully around. People taking eggs and milk from the animals is like the bullies taking lunch money away from the little kids. And so they're taking away the eggs and dairy and selling them. So that's all it is to me. I think of these animals as children. They're very easygoing and gentle and peaceful and wonderful. And it's great to spend time with them. Spending time with cows, I felt like I was spending time with someone who was better than me. I think they're just majestic, gorgeous creatures. Okay, next slide. That's a little mural I painted on my nephew's bedroom wall. He wanted a shark mural. And he says, "Hey, John, I don't eat sharks." And I was, "Oh, that's wonderful. That's a step in the right direction, so very good." Okay, next slide. And so that's another form of art. I ride my bicycle now. I don't have a car right now. But when I did have a car, I turned it into a billboard for veganism. And I put "Go Vegan" on the hood, and I had animal liberation on the sides and lots of vegan bumper stickers. And I love vegan shirts. I'm very proud of being a vegan, and I like to spread the good word. Okay, next slide. I've been a vegan since 1998. during the first period of being a vegan, I ate lots of veggie dogs, veggie burgers, the veggie ice creams. But I've gone to more whole foods because I've been getting life experiences from my vegan friends on Facebook, and I have lots of health nut friends a lot of them are fruitarians. And so I've been eating lots and lots of fruits and veggies, so that's after a shopping trip I was proud of. And so I like to make salads with a variety of different greens and fruits. And I like making soups. A lot of the soup you buy at the grocery store, it's very high in sodium, and I care about my health and about the environment, so I don't like to buy all the packaged stuff. I like to buy real foods and put them together into delicious combinations. Instead of adding lots of salt, I'll add things like ginger, hot peppers. I like to have some of the hot spicy soup and curry powder, things like that. I follow the Rave Diet. Rave stands for you avoid refined foods, animal products, vegetable oils, and E stands for exercise. And I eat whole foods. For instance, a lot of people might think they'd add oil and have a stir fry, but I have a stir steam instead because I care about my health, because I want to live long enough until the world's a vegan paradise. So this is just a little bit of water on a frying pan and some veggies and tofu. And I love smoothies. Any smoothie fans here? Oh, aren't they fantastic? So this smoothie was made from strawberries and bananas. And you don't even need to have a variety of ingredients. That's a smoothie made just with watermelon, and it's absolutely delicious. If you're going to drink an entire blender full of watermelon right before bed, be prepared to get up a few times during the night. So I learned that one the hard way. Also, I love making banana whip. It tastes like ice cream. And I feel so fortunate. A lot of people, if they want to have comfort food, they will buy some ice cream made from cow's milk, and they're harming cows, and it's very, very bad for them. And I feel fortunate that my comfort food that I go to strictly because it's completely delicious happens to be very good for me too. So it's just win-win. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. That's made from frozen bananas and some blueberries. I know that's a little picture of me being silly, lifting up my shirt, but I just wanted to show people. I posted this on Facebook just to show people. When I was 25 years old, I was into lifting weights, and I did have more muscle, but I had quite a big belly on me too. And so that was when I was 25, and I was sick a lot. I remember getting sick all the time. And I've been a vegan that's after 15 years of being a vegan. I'm 42, and I have lots of energy, and I'm in good shape. Back when I was into lifting weights, I thought to get a little bit of a flatter tummy, you had to eat fewer calories and be hungry all the time. But I'm never hungry, and I eat all the time. It's because I eat so much fiber, and I'm on the toilet a lot, it just goes in and out. And so I'm so thrilled I can eat all day long because I love eating. This was me on my birthday. My birthday was August 27th, and I wanted to do something special, so I donated blood. I gave the gift of life, and I felt good about that. Some vegans are saying, well, oh, John, but that's not good. What if you save the life of a meat eater? Then they're going to keep eating animals. Well, that's a terrible thing to say, I think. I'm a vegan because I believe in practicing the golden rule and treating others as I'd like to be treated. If I needed a blood transfusion, I would want to have some blood to save my life. And so I think it's important to give the gift of life. And I love also giving people information, empowering people to make compassionate choices. So I've been leafleting for vegan outreach for a few years now. Some people have approach anxiety. They're nervous about leafleting. But what you do is take baby steps. Order some leaflets. How simple is that? Order leaflets. Put them in your backpack. Very simple. Go to a school. Again, very simple. Then pull out a piece of paper and just say a few words. Info to help animals. I feel so grateful for the person who first turned me on to veganism. This person changed my life. And so I got to be that person for so many people. One sad story I could tell you is, one time I was leafleting at Niagara College. I remember there was a boy and his mom. The boy was about 20 years old, so he was a man. I handed him a leaflet, and he was excited about it. And then I got a message from a Facebook friend. She said, hey, John, do you remember that student and his mother you gave a leaflet to? He was so excited for that information. And he read it on the car ride home, and he decided to go vegan. And I was so thrilled. And then I got a message a month later, and she said, that boy, he got in a car accident, and he's dead now. And so that was very, very sad. But at least for that final few weeks of his life, he got to live a compassionate lifestyle, and he got to live his values and be kind to animals. So I gave him that incredible gift of having the last month of his life was a nice, compassionate life. And so that's priceless to me. Here I am at Farm Sanctuary in Watkins Glen, New York, meeting a turkey. And maybe years of eating turkeys, maybe I felt nervous. I hope you don't hate me for eating your friends for all these years. But they're very, very friendly. Animals are friends, not food. And cows, just gorgeous, majestic creatures, love them. And I recently went to another sanctuary, Cedar Rose Sanctuary near Toronto, and this was a rescued bird, and she had all the feathers worn off from being in a battery cage, and she was just running around all over the place. Can you imagine? She used to spend her whole life sitting in one little cage, and now she has the run of a whole farm, and she was so happy, so it's just wonderful to see that. My sister saw this, and she said, John, you know what? You showed me those pictures, and my boyfriend made some pork chops and I couldn't eat them because I kept thinking about that pig that you showed me. Okay, and I got into making signs. That's another new little hobby of mine. I saw this sign. I thought I'd make my own statement, so I went to the variety store, bought a piece of Bristol board and a magic marker, and I made my own sign because it says roast beef dinner. And I said, well, my sign doesn't the Bible say thou shalt not kill? So then I thought it'd be better for the environment if I bought a piece of paper and laminated it and used dry erase markers. I've made, I think, 80 signs now with the same piece of paper. It seems better for the environment for me now. So the top of the sign says, believe your eyes, $14.99. And my sign says, open your eyes, go vegan. This guy came out and he said, all you can eat ribs. You got a problem with that? And I said, yes, I do. And I said, my sign said, how would you like it if someone ate your ribs? That's what it's all about, is thinking from the other person's perspective. You know, if I was a pig on death row waiting to get murdered, I would feel very sad and I'd want someone to be out there helping to liberate me. And I use other people's quotes too. There's a famous quote from Dan Perero: if you're eating or drinking something made from cow's milk, it's because a calf chained in a box somewhere isn't. It's all about associations. Like, back to the ice cream, I used to love ice cream, and so now I associate horrible things with ice cream, and I wouldn't never want to eat that because I think of all the nasty stuff like the blood and pus that's in there from them getting mastitis, and I think of the cruelty. So learn, educate yourself, and you'll fill your head full of negative associations with animal products, and it's easy to avoid them. And this is a sign of mine that really went viral out of all the signs. Marco, my friend Marco, took this photo. McDonald's at Yonge and Bloor here in Toronto, they had a series of signs. Why is the food at McDonald's so cheap? Because the cows, pigs, chickens, and fish don't get paid to get tortured and murdered. It's slavery. I recently went with my friend Rachel to the Royal Agricultural Fair and made a sign, modern day slave auction. There were some artists there, and they were drawing the animals. I saw a couple of young women who were sketching a chicken, and I said, oh, interesting, beautiful drawings here. Have your feelings for this chicken changed since you've been sitting here? Oh, and they said, oh, yes, absolutely.
Do you feel like you've bonded with this creature at all, or?
Yes, we've actually named him.
Oh, you named him? Oh, that's
Yes.
nice. What's his name now?
Ortello.
Ortello?
Yeah.
That's a nice name. I'm curious, do you, by any chance, eat chickens, or?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah? Would you eat, what's his name, Ortello? Would you eat him?
No, actually, no. Like painting him now, no. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Now that you've gotten to know him, now you wouldn't want to eat him.
So that's what it's all about. You know, if we got to know these animals, you know, your family dog, you wouldn't want to eat your dog because you know your dog. Well, these animals are just as wonderful as the dogs and cats we know. And you just need to, you know, take the time, get to know them, visit a sanctuary. Okay, sorry if I've rambled on so long. I hope you have time for the other speakers. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Okay, are there any questions? Yes?
What are your current kind of actions and what might be up in the future?
Well, I'm still loving making videos, and I'm back to playing the drums again because that was my first big passion. When I was 16, I played drums in bands for years. So I want to write a lot more songs. I used to be a member of Toastmasters, a public speaking club, and it was a retired woman, and her big advice that she gave to me, and I never forgot it, she said, don't wait until you retire to do the things you want to do. Do them now, because when you retire, you might not have as much energy to do all these things. So I'm doing everything I want to do now. You know, I dreamed of being like a rock star, so now I'm writing songs about veganism, and I'm living out my rock star fantasies on YouTube and helping animals at the same time, so it's win-win. So I want to make more videos, and I like to just meet my fellow vegan superheroes, I think of you as, and do activism with you. And so I want to just keep on being a vegan superhero. And thanks to all of you for being here, and thanks for everything you do to help animals make the world a better place. Okay, thank you.